man, the feds are planning something diabolical for Diddy. And since the last time we reported on Diddy, y'all know he had a fight and he was put in solitary confinement. But yet his date still moved up. His release date still moved up. Man, just to be honest, Diddy is counting down his days. And we don't know if his extra charge is about to get taxed on to him or not, man. Hey, Flacco, what you got for me?
Is Diddy, which is odd to say because Keefe D is the one that's on trial. But just seeing like how the police is asking about Diddy.
Oh, yeah. The Tupac murder. Keefe D trying to take, he taking niggas with him, especially if you want $1 million. He won't pay back.
They're working day and night to implement Diddy within this case, bringing Diddy name up at every chance. It's very odd because Diddy is not on trial, but Diddy name has damn near came up more than Suge Knight's name have came up. And Suge Knight was actually present when his shots rang off. Now, the reason why that's interesting, and you know that you need to pay attention to that, and that there's an angle coming down the pipeline, the feds are involved, is because when Gene Deal, Diddy's bodyguard, did an interview with Laura Coates with CNN, Gene Deal stated that the real answers behind Tupac's murder is being held in sealed documents that only the feds got.
You ever gonna learn the full truth?
Gene Deal said today on his live on Instagram, on YouTube, that they wanted him to go and testify in the Tupac trial.
Here, given that people would rather not speak about this?
Well, I believe that the full truth.
Gene think he's slick. He got on them glasses, the metal glasses.
Holds with FBI investigators. The full truth holds with documents and certain things that has been sealed, and that the full truth holds with people who was actually there.
This is a state case. Why would the feds or the FBI have sealed documents in regards to this case that they are not releasing? What information do the feds got about this case that the state police don't have? What are they concealing? What are they holding back? What are they using the information they're holding back for? And I think Diddy is the answer. See, Gene Deal will go on Art of the Dialogue. Shout out to Art. And
shout out to Art of Dialogue. I like Dude Channel.
Gene Deal will break.
I don't mess with him because he sent me a strike before. But I like his channel.
Down how desperately, all right, the prosecution have been trying to get him to come to court to testify, not to testify about whether or not he knows if Keefe D did it or not, but to testify about the connection between Diddy and Keefe D.
Suge said that somebody had ran up on the car.
Man, you know Gene Deal know all that stuff. Now, who's the highest bidder is what I want to know. And Gene Deal finally gets a chance to stick it to Diddy. What is he gonna do?
Wasn't supposed to be up on the car. That's why they would want me to come testify. Because they want to put an association with Keefe D and Diddy.
Because the people that, well, it's plenty of people that could put an association with Keefe D and Diddy. But Gene Deal is one person that don't mind telling you. Two, he's been vocal about this whole entire situation for the last 20 years, and he hasn't wavered any of his statements. He stuck to everything. He hasn't tried to just clout chase, but he has been trying to tell his story.
Summer's here, and right now get 0% financing for 5.
But let's be real. Let's be real. It's a lot of people that can put Diddy with Keefe D. Mace. Snoop Dogg. It's a lot of people that can put Diddy with Keefe D. Suge Knight. But everybody else, they about dead. And I'm pretty sure it's some little hoodlums running around L.A. Well, older hoodlums that was there to tell the tale. That's right. It's a lot of people that could put Diddy with Keefy D, besides Keefy D. But Gene Deal is one reputable person that can get on the stand and the prosecution can't play with.
What they wanted Diddy at that time for is to, if Diddy be the scapegoat, you understand? Diddy would be the scapegoat, or why there was such thing called the East Coast West Coast War.
Shoot. We're still looking at the East Coast West Coast war right now without Snoop Dogg, because Snoop Dogg is not participating. But Keefy D versus Diddy, that's East West Coast. Yeah. Just imagine if Suge Knight came in as a key witness in Diddy's trial. Man, there's some stuff finna go on.
Because if he had...
Or, listen to what I'm finna tell you. Imagine if Cassie knows stuff. She been around. Cassie has definitely been around, and she's definitely heard Diddy talk. Loose lips sank ships. Listen to what I'm telling you now.
Tupac killed, if he put up the money for Tupac to be killed, then it's easier for them to say that gangbangers, and it's easier for them to say that somebody associated with Death Row killed Biggie. You understand what I'm saying? So now we got to keep this going. So we got to use Keefy D and his association with Diddy, Papa Diddy Pop.
Diddy's actual involvement in this, like Keefy D and Tupac murder, it actually extends far beyond the night that Tupac was actually.
Yeah, it does. Keefy D gave everybody the rundown on Vlad TV. He said that the East Coast didn't know nothing about the West. And Diddy came and jacked everything from Keefy D. And Keefy D said Diddy owed him $1 million. He never got paid for this murder.
Killed. If you guys remember,
Imagine Keefy D giving a testimony on Diddy paying out, the payout that never went through. So he might can get out of jail quicker and get back on Diddy for not paying him on purpose.
Pac attacked Orlando Anderson like at the MGM or in a hotel because Orlando Anderson robbed one of the homies that Pac was with a few days prior. And you know why Orlando Anderson and the rest of them robbed like Tupac's homies for his death row chain? You know why?
I think it was a mall altercation. I think. I could be wrong.
Because apparently Diddy put a bounty out on a death row chain.
Yeah. And somebody snatched the death row chain in the mall. That's what happened.
That if you snatch a death row chain, you get like $5,000. So Diddy was actually the reason why Tupac even had the fight with Orlando Anderson, which led to Orlando Anderson and Keefy D going back and murdering Tupac. Now, if you're Gene Deal, you don't believe, right, that Keefy D or Orlando Anderson acted alone. You don't believe it at all. You actually believe that this is a much bigger conspiracy, and we'll get into that shortly. But they're asking Gene Deal to come and testify to build a Diddy connection because they're looking to get Diddy, which is why the feds would even be involved. Now, obviously, we know like the FBI initially got involved because I guess the LAPD or rumors were going around the LAPD or, you know, the Las Vegas PD may have been involved. So the FBI stepped in to conduct an independent investigation. But they wouldn't have any proprietary information that they are currently keeping a secret and sealed that the state prosecutors wouldn't be able to use. If they're keeping something sealed, that means they're keeping it to use it for future proceedings.
Brother Love, Puff, whatever his name is. We got to keep their association going along with each other. So that's why he was saying that they wanted Diddy. Because Ms. Wallace had that $400 million lawsuit against the LAPD. So they wanted to implicate Diddy in that whole stuff with Keefe D so they can get out of that whole situation of that lawsuit.
I see that.
They want me to,
I see that, but damn.
they want me to show that Keefe D and Diddy had a relationship. They want me to establish what I know about Keefe D and Puff coercing with each other when they're around each other, gambling, laughing, drinking, popping bottles, the whole 9 yards. That's what they wanted me to do.
Imagine being able to build an app with your name on it, just by thinking about it. Meet Base 40.
You can't present two motives at this trial. You can't say, yo, Keefe D and Orlando and the homies they were with, they went and murdered Tupac because Tupac and his crew jumped Orlando. If that's the motive, that's the motive. This was heated in the...
And you only get one shot at it. So they're going for something. And remember, this is a cold case. So they're going for the slam dunk. They're not even going for a layup.
Moment, they went looking for Pac because Pac jumped Orlando. You don't say, well, yeah, that's the motive, but here's another motive as well. They went and murdered Pac because Diddy paid... Yeah, well, okay. Well, if they murdered Pac because of Diddy, then they were already planning to murder Tupac regardless of the fight.
Of course. But that $1 million bound, that $1 million that Diddy paid out to his homeboy and Keefe D homeboy, allegedly, was the icing on the cake. Man, them niggas is, man, imagine. We all in the circle and we know this nigga got $1 million. He want to give us $1 million to get somebody gone. And you know the money real. Look how money hungry Keefe D is. The nigga went and talked about the Tupac murder after a proper agreement because he needed the money and he wanted the clout. But most of all, he needed the money. So of course, $1 million and we already want to kill him. Shit, it's a no-brainer.
So the fight wouldn't be the motive, right? It's the Diddy payment. So what's the motive? Did they murder Pac because of Diddy paying them? Or did they murder Pac because Pac and them jumped Orlando?
I say, I go for the $1 million, Alex.
Which one is it?
I take the $1 million, Alex.
Which one is it? Which would also explain as well, because when Keefe D, when they pulled up on Suge and Pac, Keefe D says that one homie had the gun on him, but the homie who had the gun was scared to shoot. So they passed the gun to Orlando. Well, if Orlando was the one that got jumped, then wouldn't the plan would have been from the very beginning that Orlando would have been the one who shot at Pac and Suge? Right?
No, they just made it easier. Give it to them. They just beat him up too. Yeah.
And like it wouldn't, right? Like wouldn't that have been the original plan? Yeah, Orlando would shoot, since Orlando the one who got jumped. It being a dispute on who shoots will only matter if Diddy was paying. If they were doing this hit because of Diddy and who shot the gun was supposed to get paid, right? Like that's the only dispute, because if somebody jumps you and we riding to go find them because they jumped you, then you're gonna pull the trigger and there's no dispute about it. Like, bro, I'm not handing the gun to somebody else. And when that person says, nah, bro, I'm not doing it, and then I pass the gun to you, man, cut it out, bro. Okay? Now, at trial, they brought up Diddy extensively, right? You know, we've reviewed this in the past, but at trial, they brought up Diddy extensively. Keefe D even like went to New York with a wire on to get a zip, right, which was one of Diddy's homies to admit that Diddy gave him $1 million to give to Keefe D for the Tupac hit.
Mr. Davis had a narcotics friend in New York by the name of Equan Williams, Zip. He said he
I believe Zip is dead though,
could.
and it's rumored to have had it that one of them niggas got paid and didn't pay out Keefe D. He ran off with the money, so Keefe D was 38 hot already.
This is a lot deeper than that. Sean Puffy Combs was supposed to have given money to Zip Martin to give to Mr. Davis
Right.
for payment of the Tupac murder.
That's right.
Fast forward, we go to Mr. Davis. He says he can rekindle that relationship with Mr. Zip Martin and give him to talk about the money that was given from Sean Puffy Combs to Mr. Martin that never got to Mr. Davis.
And did you guys or Mr. Davis come up with a plan to get leverage on Mr. Williams, Zip? And what was the idea?
Me, Detective K.
I think that nigga died before he can get it. Like, I didn't know Keefe D wore a wire up to New York. This is my first time hearing it, but I heard that player got paid and then croaked after that. Didn't even pay Keefe D now. Ran off with the money.
Hating ATF, Jim Black, and Keefe D, Mr. Davis flew to New York so Mr. Davis can work undercover to try to rekindle that friendship and business relationship with Zip.
And when Mr. Davis goes in to, do you remember the name of the club?
It's called the Zip Code in Harlem.
Does he in fact meet with Zip?
Zip, he did, but from what we gathered from Mr. Davis told us, he passed him off to his nephew, meaning Zip passed him off to his nephew to do business with him. Zip had cancer or something like that. He was sickly. He said he wasn't in the business no more, something like that. So it didn't work.
So he was unable.
If a nigga owe me $1 million, I'm not trying to rekindle shit. I'm going as my man, what my fucking money? Man, look here.
To reestablish a business relationship and do a drug deal with Zip so that you would have leverage to then talk to Zip about what Mr. Davis.
They were trying to run the same play on Zip that they were trying to run on Keefe D, or they ran on Keefe D successfully. Zip was a big-time drug dealer. If Keefe D wore that wire and got Zip to admit or to engage in a transaction with Keefe D, now Zip have some real serious charges on his jacket, and now they can step in and say, hey, bro, give us Diddy. That was the master plan. Zip was just a mastermind, bro. Zip already finessed Keefe D for $1 million. So Keefe D showing up, pretending like he not mad and he just trying to work and do more deals. Man, Zip, man, get out of my face, bro.
Right,
bro, is you dumb?
Shit ever.
Man, talk to my nephew, man. I finessed you for $1 million. I took the million.
If I finesse you for $1 million, I don't ever want to talk to you again. Like, bro, I'm not accepting your phone calls. And then I know I got dirt. I done did you down dirty. And you got dirt on me? Nope, don't ever call me again. Phone number changed, nigga. Nothing.
$1 million that belong to you. You show up not upset and not mad. You friend.
Not upset. First red flag. Second red flag, you showed up anyway.
Friendly as can be, asking for us to start working again. Man, all right, man. Bro, I'm shocked they thought that's going to work on a grimy dude like Zip. Right? But that's what it was. They wanted to entrap Zip so Zip can give up Diddy. For them to have this much of a hard-on for Diddy, I'm telling you, bro, they on this man's bumper. Yo, I was already kind of like surprised and shook the feds gave Diddy a RICO case. Like, you guys forget, like the case that Diddy just had was a RICO, a racketeering. They said Diddy was the leader of a criminal enterprise. But the criminal enterprise they named Diddy was like the only member because nobody else got charged. So that was kind of tricky. So Diddy has already been named as a leader of a criminal enterprise in a federal indictment already. So everything you see now or everything you're seeing is them trying to line up Diddy. Now, again, man, people have their suspicion of Gene Dale. I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know what Gene Deal is saying is true. I don't know if he's lying. I don't know. But if he's telling the truth, if the feds got sealed indictment with Diddy name on it, sealed paperwork with Diddy name on it, tie him to this Tupac case,
Cooked.
and the information is so important that they're
Cooked.
not risking releasing it even when Keefe D is on trial, oh, no, Diddy gonna be Harlem shaking in jail forever.
But they don't have to release any of that because they got Keefe D on a silver platter. They don't they don't have to release what they got on Diddy.
Is you crazy?
ED happens. Rugiek can help.
I tried every type of ED medication.
Think about it for a second, bro. They was trying to get Diddy life. Diddy embarrassed the feds. They not letting him get away with that, bruh. I don't think y'all understand how serious those RICO charges they put on Diddy was, bruh. Cash Out the Rapper got 2 life sentences for something very similar to
He sure in the hell did, and he's gone bye-bye.
accused Diddy of. They listed Cassie and Jane Doe, 50 Cent Baby Mama, right? Daffy and Joy. They listed them two as workers, right? As sex workers that Diddy was pimping out. They deliberately listed them as workers to paint Diddy as a pimp and said Diddy was pimping them out.
Knowing that he wasn't nothing but an itsy bitty dick nigga that had got a fetish for fucking a lot because his dick is tiny.
Then they put force and coercion on there to tack on the grape charges. If Diddy was to be found guilty, we're talking about 2 grape charges, 2 trafficking charges, pimping charges. Bro, Diddy would have been gone for life. The fact that he beat a guy an egg on their face and now they want that get back. Yo, they want Diddy to rot in jail, rot in prison. I'm telling you, bro, this is bad. Now, Gene Deal, he went on his live stream the other night. Now, he has a theory that LAPD and the feds are involved, that they're the ones who killed Biggie and Tupac. Now, like, I don't even know his exact theory because it's kind of murky. Some interviews, Keefe D may have been involved, may have not. Like, is he saying, yo, the feds did this completely and Keefe D ain't do nothing, he wasn't there? Who knows? Right?
It's still a conspiracy, though, on Diddy's end.
But he believes the feds are heavily involved. And like they want Diddy to come in, Keefe D to come in because they're passing it on Diddy and Keefe D. Now, I don't know how I believe that theory, right? I do believe that Keefe D and his homies like shot and killed Tupac, right? Now, who they shot and killed Tupac for, whether it's Diddy or the feds or themselves, who knows? But I do think Keefe D is involved and should do life in prison. But y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you guys think about this, man? Y'all think it's cooked for Diddy? Let me know, okay? If you're still watching this video.
Diddy super cooked. Yep. Especially if Keefe D gets all this time, because he ain't gonna have nothing to lose. He's definitely cooperating already, and you know what's next. He's gonna continue to cooperate until they get him. Anyway, this is Hellcat back, just giving y'all my 2 cents, okay? Like, comment, and subscribe to my channel for daily content like this, hot topics. You know, me. Love what loves you. Take care of what takes care of you. I'm out.